Greetings. I'm up here at the mine today, and I've got the 360 camera, and it's filming in 360 mode right now. So I'm hoping that you're going to be able to control the camera and view it whatever you want to view today. So I'm going to kind of get this out of my face and up in the air a little bit, and we'll start talking here. So this is where it all started, right here. When I came here 10 years ago, this was pretty much leveled off all the way to the top of the boulders up there, and it kind of dipped off by the tree, and then it went all the way and almost out to the edge of the cliff over there, and we'll be out there in a minute. So but a bunch of us went through this, and basically all this has been cleared out, and as we got down, this hole over here magically appeared. And it is a vertical shaft that goes down 55 feet to an area below us that we call the connector. This pile over here is actually over 800 wheelbarrows of dirt that we processed from out of that area over there, and we quit counting somewhere around 800 because we weren't really impressing anyone but ourselves. So, and then over here we have the waste rock pile, and basically this is all rock that I'm not going to use in my mining operation, although I am going to be going through this little pile here because I did a tour a few years ago, and yeah, they left a whole lot behind. So we got to teach people how to dig crystals and amethyst and not leave stuff behind. But this is a giant waste rock pile, and there's all kinds of cool stuff in here. It's really colorful, and you know, there's a whole lot of interesting things in here. And I'm going to come this way for a specific reason, and that's so I can get out above the jelly hole here itself, and you can really see what happened with it and how deep it really is. But basically the dirt was up on this level that I'm standing on, and you can see how it went outward into that area there. And what I did is I cleared off the dirt all the way down to the bedrock right there, and the amethyst vein appeared in there, and I followed it, and that goes down 48 feet. Some of that's blocked off right now because I'm trying to get something out of there and it didn't work, and we're going to be doing another way to do this. So, but yeah, and again, you know, I'm in year 10 of this, so you know, a lot of dirt's moved around in different places in different ways and things like that. And you know, for example, you know, the pay to dig operation is literally going to go all the way out that way where the blue barrel is, and there's blue flags out there, and I'll try to get the drone in the air here in a minute so you can kind of see what's going to go on with that, because the best way to see it's from the air, because that's just kind of the way it maps out. But this is the vertical shaft. It goes down 55 feet and meets with the connector tunnel that's down below us, and nobody's been in there since the early 70s. So, but you can actually see where the fault is and where the change of mineralization zone is over there. It's kind of dark in the shadow, but, and then here you can see the profile of the jelly hole, and I'm gonna see if I can get this thing out over it. So, will be interesting. So let's just kind of see if we can get the camera down in there. Ha ha ha. Yeah, this is scary, because the edge is really soft today. Wow, really soft and slippery. Yikes. So that's the jelly hole down in there. And then over here is where connector tunnel is below us. And so it is actually down there by the sign you see down there. And it actually goes in, I don't know if you can see the little piece of rebar right there, but it actually goes in underneath here and goes back that way. So and back over here is kind of our hospitality area where we kind of store everything. And you can see the tree fell. in the wind the other night. You know, it was windy in town, and I talked with Miner Bud, and he said it was windy up here, but wow, yeah. So we have the generator and tools, first aid, extra water, emergency snacks. Back there you can see the water tanks. That one back there is for tool use and drinking. The one up here and the one over here are for fire use. And that one's going to kind of move around and shift back about 50 feet. And that one's going to go back about 200 feet on the hill. And what those are designed for is if I ever had a wildfire slip into this area and it burns to those tanks will rupture in the wildfire, and they're positioned in key spots to flood the claim. So, yeah, I know it's drastic, but it will stop, you know, any of my stuff from burning up. You know, when the fire starts getting close, I pull all this stuff out, but I leave the boxes because they're anchored to the bedrock. So I really don't have a choice on those. But anyways, that's the tour. I kind of included a 360 video in his, and a 360 photo, so you can actually kind of move around and see different things. So I'll try to get another couple of photos here from a couple different points, and I'm gonna try to get the drone in the air. The wind's kind of come down a little bit, and let's see what happens.